Chosen one, there are moments in life when heaven's eyes are upon you, watching every step, every battle, and every whisper of your heart. You walk on paths you do not always understand, yet destiny surrounds you like a cloak woven by the hands of the Almighty. There are times when you believe you are simply surviving, enduring hardships, facing unseen pressures, but in the realm of the Spirit you are waging war, without even realizing the depth of what is happening. You may not know it, but you have slain the same demon 3 times already, and each time heaven recorded your victory, even while your own mind thought it was only a test, a burden, or a fleeting struggle. This is why I tell you today, chosen one, that your journey is not ordinary. You are a living vessel of divine purpose, a carrier of eternal light, and that is why the enemy has tried relentlessly to ensnare you. But the power of God within you has made you victorious, even when you did not know you were fighting. The first time you killed the demon, it came to you clothed not in horns and fire, but in despair and hopelessness. It whispered to you in your darkest hour, telling you that your life had no meaning, that your prayers were not being heard, that your tears fell into emptiness. You did not see a creature with fangs or a shadow with claws, but you felt its weight pressing on your soul. The demon wanted you to surrender, to give up, to stop believing, because if you ever laid down your faith, it would have triumphed. But chosen one, even in your weakness, you cried out to God. You whispered his name. You chose not to give in. You chose to keep breathing, to keep pressing forward. That single choice became a sword in the Spirit, and though you did not know it, that demon fell by your hand. Heaven watched as light pierced the darkness, and the chains of despair were shattered. You thought you were merely surviving, but in truth you had slain a monster that had hunted generations before you. The second time you killed the demon, it came to you not in despair but in temptation. It tried to lure you away from the path with distractions that glittered like gold but were laced with poison. It came through voices that told you to compromise, to bend, to give in to sin because it would be easier, sweeter, or more rewarding. You faced choices in secret, choices that no one else saw, where the weight of eternity pressed upon your shoulders. The demon wanted you to trade your destiny for a moment of weakness. It wanted you to believe that you were too flawed to remain faithful, that a small step into darkness would not matter. Yet, chosen one, something inside you resisted. You may have trembled, you may have been torn, but you chose the narrow road. You chose integrity when no one was watching. You chose holiness when it would have been simpler to bow. You chose obedience to God, even though your flesh cried out for another way. That decision became a burning spear in the Spirit, and you struck the demon again. It collapsed in defeat, its schemes exposed, its lies silenced. You thought you had simply made a difficult decision, but in reality you had slain the enemy once more. The third time you killed the demon, it came as fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of the future. Fear that you were not strong enough, wise enough, or chosen enough to fulfill the calling placed upon your life. Fear crept into your mind like a shadow at night, whispering that you would fail, that you would be abandoned, that no one truly believed in you. But chosen one, even in the trembling of your heart, you chose to step forward. You prayed even when fear told you to stay silent. You walked forward even when fear told you to hide. You spoke truth even when fear told you to remain quiet. And in that act of courage, even as small as it seemed, you pierced the heart of the demon of fear. Its grip was broken, its chains fell, and once again you were victorious. You did not see the battle in the Spirit, but heaven saw it, and the Lord himself declared you triumphant. You see, chosen one, what you thought were ordinary struggles were actually great victories in the unseen realm. Each time you resisted despair, temptation, and fear, you wielded the sword of the Spirit without knowing it. Each time you chose God's way, you brought down an enemy that had plotted against your life since the moment you were born. This is why the enemy despises you. This is why the attacks have been relentless. He fears your destiny. He fears your voice. He fears your prayers. And so he cloaks himself in disguises, hoping you will not recognize the battle. But even in your unawareness, the Spirit of God within you has already declared victory. Chosen one, understand this truth. The enemy you killed 3 times is persistent. It will try to rise again, but each time it returns, you will be stronger, wiser, and more anointed than before. Your victories are not accidents. They are marks of destiny, sealed by the blood of the Lamb and witnessed by the angels. You are not a wanderer stumbling through trials. You are a warrior clothed in light, guided by the hand of the Almighty. The more you realize this, the more powerful you become, for awareness sharpens the sword already in your hand. This is why I say to you, rise in courage. Rise in faith. Rise with the knowledge that the same God who gave you victory before will give you victory again. You may not have recognized the battlefield, but heaven has kept record of your triumphs. The songs of angels carry your name, for they know you as the one who struck down a demon 3 times without even knowing it. The heavens rejoice, because the enemy's plans were shattered through your obedience, through your endurance, through your faith that would not die. You are proof that darkness cannot extinguish the light of a chosen one. But do not grow weary, chosen one, for your journey is not finished. The battles ahead may test you more deeply than before. The demon you have already slain will attempt to return, for it cannot accept defeat. It will try to find new disguises, new paths, new lies, but do not fear. Every battle you have already won has prepared you for what comes next. Every scar is a testimony. Every tear is a seed of victory. Every cry of prayer is a trumpet in the spirit that shakes the foundations of hell. You have proven already that you cannot be defeated, and that proof will only grow stronger as you continue walking the path of destiny. Chosen one, hear me clearly. The victories you did not recognize are signs that God is with you in ways you cannot yet see. Even when you are unaware, the Spirit fights through you. Even when you feel weak, heaven's strength flows within you. Even when you think you are ordinary, eternity declares that you are extraordinary. The world may never know the battles you have fought, but heaven knows, and that is enough. The demon has fallen 3 times because you stood, because you endured, because you chose God when everything tried to pull you away. Now lift your head, chosen one. Walk with confidence. The path before you is filled with challenges, but it is also filled with glory. You are not walking toward defeat. You are walking from victory to victory. The battles you thought were small have been great triumphs in the Spirit, and the future will reveal the full power of what you have done. You have slain a demon 3 times without knowing it, and each strike has only made you more dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. Chosen one, now that you know the truth of your unseen victories, it is time to walk in the fullness of who you are. You must understand that the enemy does not waste energy on the ordinary. He focuses his fury on those who carry destiny, those who are marked for greatness, those who carry light that threatens the dominion of darkness. You are such a one. This is why your path has been filled with battles that seemed heavier than your strength, trials that pressed harder than your shoulders could bear, and storms that lasted longer than your patience. But chosen one, every storm you survived weakened the enemy's grip. Every tear you shed watered the soil of your breakthrough. Every cry from your spirit was heard by heaven, and heaven responded even when you could not see it. The demon you slew 3 times was not just after you. It was after your lineage, your legacy, and the generations tied to your calling. The enemy knows that when a chosen one rises, the ripple of their obedience shakes families, communities, and even nations. He feared your rise because your light was not meant to be hidden under the weight of despair, temptation, or fear. He attacked to silence you, but chosen one, you stood, and in standing, you defeated him. You may have thought you were just enduring ordinary struggles, but in reality you were breaking chains that bound those who came before you and setting a new foundation for those who will come after you. Now hear this truth. You are stepping into a season where awareness and authority will combine. No longer will you fight without knowing. No longer will you strike without seeing the battle. The Spirit is opening your eyes to the reality of warfare, and with open eyes comes sharpened weapons. You will begin to recognize the schemes of the enemy before they take root. You will discern the whispers of darkness and silence them with the word of God. You will walk in a greater confidence, knowing that the same God who has already delivered you will continue to deliver you. For it is written, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper," and that word is alive within you. The demon may try to return, chosen one. It may disguise itself in new forms, but understand this, it cannot create anything new. It only recycles lies, fear, and despair in different wrappings. But you, clothed in the armor of God, will not fall. You have already slain it 3 times unknowingly, and now you will slay it with full awareness, full strength, and full authority. Each strike will not only defeat it, but will also scatter the forces that stand behind it. You will be as a trumpet in the Spirit, announcing to the heavens and to the earth that darkness has no place in your life. Chosen one, do not underestimate your prayers. The words you release are not empty sounds. They are fire. They are arrows. They are swords that cut through the unseen. Even the simplest prayer, whispered in weakness, carries the power of heaven because it is joined with the Spirit of God. You may not have always seen the effect, but you will soon begin to notice doors opening, chains breaking, and battles shifting because of what you released in prayer. This is why the enemy tried to silence your prayers. He feared your voice. He feared the authority hidden in your words. Yet you prayed. You kept calling on the name of the Lord, and in doing so, you struck him again and again until he fled. Chosen one, remember that your life is not a mistake. Every detail, every moment, every battle has been woven into a story of redemption and power. You have walked through valleys that tried to crush you, yet here you stand clothed in victory. You have faced shadows that tried to swallow your light, yet here you shine brighter than ever. You have heard lies that tried to twist your identity, yet you now walk in the truth of who you are. A child of the Most High, anointed for purpose, unstoppable in destiny. The world may not yet recognize your worth, but heaven has already proclaimed it. You are the chosen one, and your victories echo in eternity. But do not grow complacent. The path ahead is still narrow and filled with challenges. The more you rise, the harder the enemy will try to drag you down. He will attempt to use people, circumstances, and even your own thoughts to pull you back into chains you have already broken. Do not be surprised when opposition increases, for it is a sign that you are advancing. When the attacks rise, let it remind you of the victories already won. When fear tries to creep back, let it remind you of the courage already proven. When temptation tries to whisper again, let it remind you of the holiness already chosen. You have slain the demon before, and you will do it again, because the Spirit of God within you cannot be defeated. Chosen one, your destiny is not only about survival, it is about transformation. You were not chosen just to escape darkness, but to become a light that leads others out of it. Your victories are not only for you but for every soul tied to your journey. When you stood against despair, you broke its power for someone else who will one day hear your testimony. When you resisted temptation, you paved the way for purity to flow through your family line. When you overcame fear, you opened doors for courage to rise in others who are watching you. Every battle won becomes a seed planted in the soil of another's breakthrough. You are chosen not just for yourself but for the world around you. Now rise, chosen one, in boldness. Let your steps be guided by faith, not fear. Let your words be drenched in truth, not lies. Let your hands be instruments of healing, not destruction. For the same Spirit that raised Christ from the dead dwells in you, and that Spirit has already proven itself through your victories. You did not recognize the first battles, but you will now step into a season of clear victories. You will strike the enemy with purpose. You will walk with authority. You will shine with glory. And the world will know that the Chosen One has risen. Chosen One, let this truth be sealed in your heart. You are not defined by the battles you face, but by the victories you carry. You are not marked by the scars of struggle, but by the crown of overcoming. You are not remembered by the enemy's attempts, but by heaven's declarations. The demon has fallen 3 times already, and it will fall again if it dares to rise. Walk in confidence. Walk in destiny. Walk as the chosen one who cannot be defeated. For your story is one of triumph, your journey is one of glory, and your destiny is one of eternal victory. Lift your eyes to the hills, chosen one, for your help comes from the Lord. Lift your voice in praise, for worship is your weapon. Lift your hands in faith, for miracles are waiting to flow through you. The days ahead will not be without challenges, but neither will they be without glory. You will see victories greater than before. You will walk in breakthroughs deeper than before. You will rise higher than before. And every time the enemy dares to whisper against you, heaven will remind him that you have already slain him 3 times, and that his power over you is forever broken. Chosen one, go forth in strength. Go forth in courage. Go forth in destiny. For you are the one heaven rejoices over and hell trembles before. You are the one marked by God's hand and sealed with his promise. You are the one who killed a demon 3 times without knowing it, and now you will walk in awareness, authority, and anointing. Your story is not finished. Your victories are not complete. Greater things await you, and as you rise, the world will see the glory of God revealed through your life. You are chosen, you are victorious, you are unstoppable.